So today we'll see the syllabus as well as we will start the block 1 also. Okay. So here, introduction to research and data collection techniques. I think you have the syllabus copies with you, syllabus printout.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So you see the syllabus once, uh, keep in front of you. So block 1, that is introduction to research and collection data. Introduction to research and collection data. So here, again, in each and every block we have 5 units. Okay, so unit number 1 we will see the need and importance of quantitative techniques, classification, mathematical quantitative techniques, statistical quantitative techniques, operation research techniques, role of quantitative techniques in business and industry, quantitative techniques in decision making, then limitations of quantitative techniques. So this is the unit number 1. This part completed theory part. So in this theoretical part, we will see the in the today's class. If time permits, we'll going to conclude this chapter also based on the time we have only 1.5 hour till 6:30. Our class is there.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So then next one is here, unit number 2, that is basics of research. Basics of research in that generally for MCOM students as well as for any student, those who are pursuing their PG course, they need to learn what is research. Basically, one subject will be there for all PG courses students, either in first semester or in second semester or in third or fourth or first year or second year. So, meaning of research, definition of research, characteristics and objectives of research, criteria of good research, scope of research, functions or uses of research, difficulties and limitations of research, types of research, methods of research, research methods versus methodology. So this is also a complete theory part. The next one is process of research. So before we are going to start the process of research, there should be a process. Process in the sense there are some steps. Step by step, we need to do the research. Then only what is our objective? That objective we are going to reach. Okay, either we will achieve the objective. The next, after knowing the research process, the next one, that is development of hypothesis and hypothesis formulation, research process, preparation of research design. Research design is one of the most important. Research design is nothing but here we call it as a blueprint of the research. What actually you are going to do in your research in a real basis or okay, formally what we are going to do, that work will be done internally at your research center. Okay, we call it as a rehearsal before you are going to attempt any program. Before 1 hour or before one day you are going to perform at your house a small rehearsal, that is called as a blueprint. In the same manner, preparation of research design. Okay, after preparation of your research design, you need to get the support of your supervisor, and you are going to approach your supervisor. Supervisor will be observed your research report. Then if any changes are required, he will be doing the changes. Otherwise, he will give a green signal, go ahead. Okay, that is unit number 3. The next one is unit number 4, data collection techniques. That is planning a statistical investigation, statistical units, sources of data, primary and secondary data, methods of collecting primary data, direct personal investigation, indirect oral investigation, information through agents and correspondents, mail questionnaires and schedules. Okay, schedules, that is questionnaire to be filled by the enumerators, drafting a questionnaire, census versus sampling, methods of sampling, random methods of sampling, merits and demerits, non-random methods of sampling, merits and demerits, then comprehensive illustrations of drafting a questionnaire. So here Data collection is the most important activity in the research. Generally, the research will be done in two ways, that is, with the help of primary data and with the help of secondary data. So, in these two ways, you are going to collect the data. Then, next, after collecting the data, with the help of different tools and techniques, you are going to analyze the questionnaire here. Okay, analyze the information which you collected with the help of primary data or second data. So these two methods are called as methods of collecting data. So here, sometimes here in primary data, see again we will follow direct personal investigation or indirect oral investigation. See, I want to ask one question. What is the difference between primary and secondary data? Anybody? Difference between primary data and secondary data. Yes, anybody? Difference between primary data and secondary data. Okay, so listen here. So we'll see the time of discussing this topic. The next one, enumerators. Who are the enumerators? Okay, so in this data collection techniques, we are going to see these all these different topics. The next over here, that is in block one, that is unit number 5, interpretation of data and report writing. See, interpretation of data and report writing is one of the important. Why? Because collection of data will be done, and sometimes what happens, with the help of questionnaire also we are going to get some information. What information is required for us? We will prepare some questions and we will give some yeah, answers like A, B, C, D, or just giving ticks A, B, C. We will be mentioning the answers. In that answers, we are going to ask the person or the respondents regarding that. Simply tick on the A, B, C, D. With the help of that, you are going to get the complete or information, or 50% or 80% information. Okay, after collection of primary data and secondary data, the next part is here, interpretation of data and report writing. Interpretation is nothing but by observing the above table, I want to interpret that. The first rank will be given to so and so, second rank will be given to so and so. In this way, you have to interpret the above statement or above questionnaire. Then after going to write a report. Report in the sense final chapter, that is conclusions or findings from the research study. Okay. So in this chapter, we are going to see a meaning of interpretation of data, sources of errors in interpretation, precautions to be taken while interpreting data, meaning of and need for report writing, characteristics of a good report, components of a report, and do's and don'ts. So this is about the block number one. So this block one is a complete theory and very much interesting subject. This one, okay. If you are sincerely, you are doing, then here what happens here. Generally, this subject it will be helps you a lot. Not only now, in future also. If you are seriously listening or seriously reading or learning this subject, you will be getting very much interest within 1 hour. That much interest. Why? Because on real grounds, what is happening in the society, we are going to see in this subject. So what is happening here? Okay, what is happening in the outside market? What is the conditions of a common man? So in this way, all these tools, techniques, in reality, we are going to see. Okay, this is about block one. The next one is block two, that is relational analysis and forecasting. So in relational analysis and forecasting here, see, slowly we are entering into subject. There is unit number 6, that is time series analysis, definition of time series analysis, significance of time series analysis, preparation of data adjustments before analyzing the time series, components of time series, secular trend, cyclical variations, seasonal variations, random variations, methods of measuring time series analysis, graphic method, methods of semi averages, methods of moving averages, least square methods, shifting the trend origin, conversion of trend values, methods of measuring seasonal variations, methods of simple averages, methods of ratio to trend, okay, method of ratio to moving averages, method of link relatives, methods of measuring the cyclical variations. The next one is here residual method, reference cycle analysis method, direct method, harmonic analysis method. So all these methods which are there in this chapter that belongs to we call it as a degree first year syllabus. This is complete quantitative techniques, and this unit also one of the interesting one. So before that, see next chapter is that unit number 6, that is correlation analysis. Correlation analysis is one of the important topic. In correlation analysis we will be seeing the theoretical concepts as well as the problematic part also. So coming to theoretical concepts here, definition of correlation, what actual the meaning of correlation we will be seeing. Then significance of correlation, significance is nothing but importance of correlation. Then types of correlation, positive and negative correlation, linear and non-linear correlation, simple, partial and multiple correlations, methods of studying correlation, scatter diagram method, correlation graph, Carl Pearson coefficient of correlation. The next one is here rank correlation, concurrent deviation method, probable error, coefficient of determinant, lag and lead correlation. So here from this chapter theory as well as problematic part also we are going to observe. So coming to problematic part here, see methods of studying correlation, scatter diagram method is the first method, then graphical method is the second. The next one is Carl Pearson coefficient of correlation. In Carl Pearson coefficient of correlation, again we have two methods, that is actual mean method and assumed mean method. The next one is rank correlation method. Rank correlation, generally we are going to give the ranks. See in your school level or in your college level, the student who got highest marks, for them the teacher will be assigning rank number 1. In the same manner, rank number 2, rank number 3. In that way, we are going to give the ranks. Okay, that regarding that topic we are going to see. The next one is concurrent deviation. Okay, in concurrent deviation we are going to give some uh, sign in the sense minus a sign, plus a sign here, and zero number also. Okay, the next one probable error. This is also the problematic coefficient of determination, lag and lead method. So this is about the correlation analysis. Then regression. See, regression is nothing but here regression analysis. Definition of regression analysis, utility of regression analysis, difference between correlation and regression analysis, regression lines, methods of least squares, fitting regression equation, regression coefficient and standard error of estimate. So in this chapter also theoretical concept is there and a problematic concept also there. Okay, so from correlation analysis or regression analysis, from one problematic so one problem will be compulsory for your examination point of view. The next one is unit number 9, that is business forecasting. So in this business forecasting it is completely theory. So meaning of forecasting, importance of forecasting, steps in forecasting, forecasting for long term decisions, forecasting for medium and short term decisions, forecast control, limitations of business forecasting. So see, we have only 8 classes. So each class consists of 1.5 hour. If time, see, this time is not enough for your to complete the whole syllabus, but we'll try to complete the whole syllabus. Okay. So meanwhile, your duty is you have to attend the class. Then next till here we come. We have discussed the block number 2. Then next one is block number 3. In block number 3, unit number 10, that is probability and theoretical distribution. Then unit number 11 is probability distribution, that is binomial and Poisson distribution. Then unit number 12 is normal distribution. So here these also one of the important concepts of quantitative technique subject. So in elements of probability theory, see meaning of probability, the concept, sample space, sample points and events, types of probability, prior probability, empirical probability, in case of simple events, in case of mutually exclusive events, in case of compound events, conditional probability. See, in conditional probability, we call it as a Bayes theorem. Okay, so conditional probability is one of the important concept. So in binomial distribution, we will see the conditional probability problems here. Then unit number 11, probability distributions, binomial distributions and Poisson distribution. So this is also one of the interesting. So in these binomial and Poisson distribution, we have two methods. Okay, the two methods we will see in the next upcoming classes. The last one is here, unit number 12 is normal distribution. In normal distribution also, theoretical as well as problematic also there. But here, theoretically, you have to focus in theoretical concept, that is characteristics of normal distribution, properties of normal distribution. Okay. The next block number 4, statistical estimations and hypothesis testing. Okay, this is about hypothesis. This is a big chapter. Generally for regular classes, that if every day any teacher takes 1 hour class, for that teacher it takes more than 10 to 15 days, only this chapter. But we have only less time. In this less time, I will try to complete the whole chapter. Okay, so here unit number 13, that is introduction to testing of hypothesis. Hypothesis, testing of hypothesis. Yes. Okay. Hypothesis, central limit theorem, population sample and sample and distribution, test of hypothesis, the concept of standard error, type 1 error and type 2 error, two-tailed test and one-tailed test, estimation and hypothesis testing procedure. So this is also one of the interesting topic. So next one is unit number 14, test of significance of attributes. That is meaning of an attribute, difference between an attribute and variable, estimation and test for number of success, test for number of success, then proportion of success, difference between proportions. So these in these generally in testing of hypothesis we have three methods. Again for each method again we have three methods. So 9 methods are there. Okay. So test of significance of attributes, number of success, proportion of success, difference between proportions. Three subtopics are there. Then unit number 15, that is sampling of variables. Okay, and large samples. Again in this chapter also we have three methods. That is here. See, large sample is the population mean, then sample mean. పోయింది ఒక నిమిషం ఆగండి. The next one is a small sample. Till here, anybody any doubts?
No, sir.
Okay, wait a minute, wait a minute. I'll be sharing one screen. Just now power current వెళ్ళిపోయింది. ఒక నిమిషం ఆగండి. నా వాయిస్ వినిపిస్తుందా?
వినిపిస్తుంది సార్.
ఓకే, సరే వినండి, ఒకసారి వినండి. Okay, so sampling of variables, that is small sample. Large, after completion of large sample, the next topic is sampling of variables, that is small sample. Concept of degree of freedom, that is students t distribution. So these topic you need to carry one table values. So I will send the table values to you, or you can search in the SP Gupta book, that is quantitative statistical methods textbook will be there, and the end pages some values will be there. You can see that values. మీకు నేను చెప్తాను, ఆ వాల్యూస్ మీరు కలెక్ట్ చేసుకోండి. మనం ఈ టాపిక్ డిస్కస్ చేసినప్పుడు ఆ వాల్యూస్ కంపల్సరీ మన దగ్గర ఉండాలి. సో హియర్ it is compulsory question for examination point of view, that is from small sample t distribution. Okay, ఇది కంపల్సరీ చాలా ఇంపార్టెంట్ టాపిక్. The next one is unit number 17, that is chi-square test. Test of goodness of fit, test of independence of attributes, aids correction, uses and limitation of chi-square test. So chi-square test also very much interesting and easy topic. So here some observed values will be given in the question. We need to find out the expected values. Okay, already observed values will be given in the question. We need to find out the expected value, that is with the help of O minus E whole square by E. With the help of that formula, we need to find out the value, that is a chi-square test value. The next topic is in block number 4, that is the last unit, that is analysis of variance. We call it as, the short form of analysis of variance is ANOVA, ANOVA, ANOVA. So in analysis of variance, only two topics are there, that is one-way classification and two-way classification. So before we are going to see one-way classification and two-way classification, we need to add the one small proforma for one-way classification as well as two-way classification. If you learn that proforma, it is very easy to do the problem. If you learn the proforma two-way classification, it is also very easy for you. Okay, so it depends on you. If you had, okay, if you had this topic, that is ANOVA one-way and two-way, ANOVA one-way and two-way. If you had the topic, then it is very easy for you. Okay, the next one is here. See, I will okay, I will share the screen also for you, but not now. In the next tomorrow class or day after next, in the third class, I will start with this topic, or we'll see. Okay, based on our convenient or according to our time, we'll see. And then in ANOVA one way, there are like table like this, sum of squares, uh, degrees of freedom, mean sum of squares, variance ratio of f. So we need to find out the f value. After finding the f value, the value which we got, that value is called as calculated value. Okay, with the help of ANOVA, that is degrees of freedom, table values will be there. Already the table values are invented by the statisticians. That table value, we have to compare the calculated value and table value. That calculated value, the calculation is done by us. We done calculations. So these calculated value and table value is nothing but critical value. Okay, that value will be, we are going to see which value is less value. For example, calculated value is less than the table value or critical value. The null hypothesis will be accepted. We have to write in this way, in one-way classification as well as in two-way classification. Okay, the next one is block number 5, decision analysis, statistical quality control, that is concept of decision quality control, methods of statistical quality control, process control, control charts for variables, control chart for arithmetic mean, control chart for range control chart, standard deviation. Okay, and here advantage of statistical quality control. In this way, we are going to see in the unit number 19, that is block number 5, statistical quality control. The next one is statistical decision theory. So this is also one of the important topic, that is the nature of decision. See, generally in our daily life, each and everyone, okay, each and everyone, that is either is a human being or the animals also, they will take a decision. Before we are going to take any decision, what we have to do, we'll think what we have to do for the sake of us to live in a society, we need to take some decisions right from the morning to evening. So decisions are different types. Okay, temporary decisions, final decisions, like okay. So here the nature of decisions and elements of decision, statistical decision theory. So generally anybody, any decision, any example, ఎవరైనా ఒక ఎగ్జాంపుల్ చెప్పరా డెసిషన్ గురించి? Anybody? What is decision? Decision mean what? What is decision?
Yeah, like what is right, what is wrong.
Okay.
For example, we take an investment, like we'll go with investment decisions.
Yes. Any
Yeah.
example? Simple
Uh,
simple
if,
decisions. Any examples?
if you are planning for some business, we'll decide on the factors. So
Yes. See, from in the morning to evening, each and every individual is facing some problem. To solve that problem, to resolve that problem, he'll be taking one decision. That is nothing but a small solution or answer. For example, in the morning time, a mother wakes up at 5 o'clock and she want to take a decision that what to cook, how much to cook, which curry should I cook for the sake of my childrens. In the same manner, okay, a student, he take a decision how much hour I should prepare for my examination, how much time I should invest for my future. So in this way, a student will take a decision. A investment planner, he will take a decision like how much amount of money I should invest, okay, in which sector, so where the returns are high. In the same manner, when the returns are high, in the same manner the risk also same, it will be there high. If the risk is high, returns also high. So based on the conditions, based on the background, we need to take a good decision to get more profits. In the same manner, see, different people are there in our India. 1 lakh 1 crore 50 150 crores population is there. See, 150 crores mindsets are different. They will take different decisions according to their circumstances, according to the situation, according to their convenience. Okay, so this is about decision. In the same manner, to whom I should marry, at what time. In the same manner, the marriage is one of the important factor here. Why? Because once you take a wrong decision, the remaining part of the life you are going to suffer a lot. Why? Because that is one of the important time for a girl or a boy, one of the important factor. Okay, the next one, the same manner here. See, in decision, some decisions are certainty decisions will be there, and uncertainty situation also there. Certainty means here, if you take this decision, it will happen. But in uncertainty situation, what happens? If you take a decision, but you will see the results are uncertainty, some wrong analysis you are going to see. Okay, the next one, in this decision theory, we have two types of problems. We'll discuss the problem also. Then the last one, that is unit number 21. Okay, see, game theory. Game means nothing but here, generally, if I ask anybody what is game, you will say answer like cricket, coco, in this way. Okay, so this is quite little bit different, but it is also one of the important concept here. So game theory, so theoretical concepts we are going to see in the game theory, as well as properties of a game theory, assumptions, properties of game theory, then assumptions of game theory, types of games. In types of games here, two-person games, n-person game, zero-sum game, non-zero sum games. Okay, max mini and mini max strategies. Then next over here, say dominating strategy and the saddle point. Saddle point is one of the important concept here. Saddle point is when you have no loss, no gain. And in saddle point, it is a problematic part. It is very much interesting. Saddle point uh, topic. Then in addition to that here, dominating strategy, mixed strategy, sorry. After completion of saddle point, we'll be seeing the next second topic is mixed strategy. After completion of mixed strategy, the next one is here, the last topic is dominance method. Okay, dominance method. So in these game theory, generally either in a saddle point or mixed strategy or in a dominance rule, the problem will be like this: row 1, row 2, column 1, column 2, R1, R2, C1, C2. Okay, always you have to see that column size, that is we call it as a matrix, like 2 into 2 matrix, 3 into 3 matrix, or 4 into 4 matrix. Okay, generally we required only 2 into 2 matrix only. If the matrix size is increases, if the matrix size increases, the problem get little bit complex. So here in saddle point, the problem is like a row that row column size or row size is increased. For example, generally we require 2 into 2 matrix only. Sometimes 10 into 2 matrix size will be there. So we have to check whether saddle point is existed or not. If saddle point is existed, the problem is ended there itself. Okay, if saddle point is not existed, then immediately we go for look after the row. There's a what we call matrix size. That is whether it is a 2 into 2 matrix or 3 into 3 matrix or 4 into 4 matrix. Based on the matrix size, we are going to do the problem. Then next one is graphic method, that is linear programming method and limitation of game theory. So here in this way, 21 units are there. How many units are there? 21 units are there. So every day, if we complete one unit, even though it is not possible to complete the whole syllabus, but I will focus on the main important topics which are repeated in the examination point of view and which is a very easy topics are there. Okay, so in the previous for since 4 years 5 years I am teaching this subject, and most of the students they got good marks also, they secured good score also. Okay, so here this subject is very much interesting subject. So please listen carefully. If you have any doubt, in meanwhile you can ask the doubt also. Till here anybody any doubt మీకు ఏమైనా అర్థం కావద్దు చెప్పండి అన్న. I am here to clarify your doubts. Anybody any doubts?
No, sir.
Sir,
Okay, with me notes also available. So anybody want notes? You can. I think the university also providing the notes. It's enough. But if you are not satisfied with notes, I will also send the notes. You can send your number. I will send the notes also. Okay. Meanwhile, you
sir,
listen the class. Yes.
sir, tell me your number. I will add in group.
Okay. Okay. Take my number 880
880
1151
1151
929.
929.
Yes. Okay, after completion of all the classes, how much notes is available with me? I will send the complete notes. Okay,
Okay, sir. Thank you.
right. So we'll start today the unit number one. See, listen here. I'm not now. I am not sharing the screen. Why? Because with me the earphones are not available and my computer is little bit some problem. So I
Okay.
am just taking the class in the mobile phone only today for today itself. Okay.
Okay.
Tomorrow will complete this problem will be solved tomorrow. So listen here, introduction to quantitative techniques. Quantitative techniques, anybody, if you have any idea, you can answer. Any idea about quantitative techniques? Quantitative techniques, what is the meaning of quantity? Quantity.
You have technique ideas.
Okay, ఇంకా చెప్పండి ఇంకా. ఓకే, ఒక్కసారి వినండి. ఇంట్రడక్షన్ టు క్వాంటిటేటివ్ టెక్నిక్స్. See, socio-economic life of man became increasingly complex. అవునా కదా? సోషియో ఎకనామిక్ లైఫ్ అంటే ఇప్పుడు మనము ఒక హ్యూమన్ బీయింగ్ లైఫ్ ఎవ్రీడే, వాట్ ఈస్ అవర్ లివింగ్ స్టాండర్డ్? సి, when comparing with previous day, every day we are in a complex situation. Sometimes we are in a confusion mode also. Why? Because the situation is like that. Our close friend or our classmate is developing, but we are not developing till today. What is that situation? Why? Because here socio-economic condition or socio-economic life of man became increasingly complex with fast changing technologies and lifestyles. Our friend have the some idea about technology, but we don't have the idea about technology. So that is one of the drawback. And here lifestyle also, to change our lifestyles we require the money. Money is the one of the most important factor. Why? Because as a commerce student, each and every student should know the financial management, the basic objective. In that objectives we have again two types of objective, that is traditional objective and modern objective. Okay, so finance is the lifeblood of the business. In the same manner, finance is the one of the life blood of the business. In the same manner, here in our body, how far blood is important. In the same manner, in business also, finance is a one of the important factor. So here, severe competitions, the byproduct of globalization, became an unavoidable component in the every segment of the economy. See, in the year 1991, వన్ ఆఫ్ ది ఇన్ ద ఇయర్ 1991 అనగానే మనకు ఒకటే గుర్తు రావాలి. ఏం గుర్తు రావాలి చెప్పండి? ఎనీబడి? వీ నీడ్ టు
Economic
రిమెంబర్. ఎస్,
economic reforms, sir.
టెక్నాలజీ.
Economic reforms.
Economic reforms. That is called as LPG. LPG is nothing but liberalization, privatization, globalization. See, before 1991, most of our Indians, they have already started their business in India, but they are not ready to do their business in other country. After 1991, all the obstacles are removed. All the conditions are from rigid to flexibilities came in force. Slowly, what we are doing now, we are entering into our business is entering into global world. We are welcoming the FDIs, foreign direct investments from other countries. We are encouraging other companies, that the foreign companies, to our India. In the same manner, we also exhibiting our talents in other country. With the help of these LPG only, it has taken place. So here, each and every individual on this globe, they have the rights to go to any country to exhibit their talent, and each and every country they are welcoming this type of rational man. Okay, so here, see, here what happens, when our talent is there, when we are showing our talent, immediately we are selling our ideas in the market. Slowly other country people also welcoming us, they are encouraging us, automatically our economy will be increasing. So what is a paddy price during 1995 or 2005? Anybody you can remember? ఎంతుండే అప్పుడు వడ్ల ధర ఎంతుండే? And what is the living cost in the year 2005 or 1995 living cost? And what is the today's living cost? You can see. Okay, so here, especially in administration and business also. So decision making, the core responsibility of policy maker and top manager was once based on subjective matter such as observation, experience, intelligent guess of the decision maker. So all these things we need to consider that here in any company, the policy maker is one of the eminent personality and he's a game changer. Why? Because based on his experience. See, for example, if any of your close friend he worked for one MNC company which is there in other country, he came back to our India, whether we'll give him importance or not, generally we'll give the importance. Why? Because he went to foreign and he have some good ideas. That ideas will be, or he is going to apply in our country. to improve the business standards. So most of the times we will encourage him. Automatically, our business will also grow here. Okay, so here now it is shifted to database, which is provide accurate base. See, basically, when these computers are not there in business, we will depend on books only for writing any activity, for recording the transactions. But nowadays, each and every business unit, they are using the technology. They are using the technology with accurate data, accurate information. So here in today's world of business management, in today's world of business management, a small mistakes in decision maker leads to heavy loss. See, if any small mistake is done by the technology manager or the technician or any different department managers, it leads to heavy loss and a chance of closing the whole business. Why? Because our competitors are day by day, they are coming with new ideas and latest technology they are applying there in their business to increase the market share in the society. Here such conditions diverted the attention of planners towards quantitative techniques. See, all these are the some little bit background. Slowly we are entering into the subject. See, such condition means till now what we discussed, all that conditions are the supporting part to divert the attention of the planner towards quantitative techniques, making it an important tool in decision making, that is goal programming, policy framing. Knowledge of quantitative analysis and quantitative techniques is essential to those who wish to develop their career in an economy activity where competition is a threat here. So here this is the one of the important factor. So basically, see, why we have to learn this subject, this is one of the important question. Anybody, you can answer. అసలు ఈ సబ్జెక్ట్ ఎందుకు నేర్చుకోవాలి మనం? క్వాంటిటేటివ్ సబ్జెక్ట్ ఎందుకు నేర్చుకోవాలి మనం? With this subject, is there an advantage for a MCOM student? Anybody? For a MCOM student, this subject is important or not? Okay, so here not only for MCOM students, for government also, in framing the policy, in framing the policy, this subject plays a vital role. Like in Telangana, see, generally Kalyan Lakshmi, Shadi Mubarak, Raitu Bandhu, Raitu Bhima, different schemes are there. In the same manner, in Andhra Pradesh also, different schemes are there. In the same manner, in Tamil Nadu also, different schemes are there. In the same manner, remaining states also have different governments and different state policies as well as central policies. Okay, central government also coming forward to develop the welfare of the common individual. So for all these, they required a parameter, they required a scale, okay, they required a background. So based on that, they required some quantity. For that quantity, they are going to apply some techniques. The techniques what we discuss in the subject, like correlation analysis, regression analysis, chi-square test, ANOVA, okay, hypothesis testing. Okay, all these techniques they are applying on quantity. Quantity is number, nothing but a and bulk of numbers. Okay, see, for example, you went for a small district. In that district consists of 1 lakh people. Okay, so from 1 lakh people, we need to get some one question. We required different answers. So what we have to do? We'll be approaching randomly. We will pick upping some people. Okay, random sampling we call it as. From that random sample, we are going to apply on the remaining all the people. That is called as quantity. A quantity is considered, a technique is applied. Okay, so we'll see the concept of quantitative techniques. Generally, quantity is the root from which the concept quantitative techniques is developed. The term quantity literally means the ability to be measured through measurable units in numbers or symbols such as weight, length, etc. The word quantity is derived from the Latin word quantum libet, which means as much as you please. As much as you please. Thus, quantity is something measurable with definiteness. Definite means yes. For example, for a liter or for 1 kg, how many grams are required for 1 kg? Suppose you are purchasing tomato. How many tomatoes is required? Based on the grams, it will be calculated. Okay. In the same manner, length also. Okay. That is called as definiteness. 1 kg టమాటో తీసుకుంటారు మీరు ఎన్ని గ్రామ్స్ రావాలన్నా ఒకసారి చెప్పండి ఎనిబడి
1000 grams.
ఎస్ 1000 లో ఫర్ ఎగ్జాంపుల్ ద లెండర్ ఓకే ద మర్చెంట్ వాట్ హీ విల్ డూ ఇఫ్ యూ కీప్ ఓన్లీ 950 grams simply you will be getting some doubt and you will be asking what about few remaining 50 grams. That is called a quantity, and here the techniques also we are going to apply here. Okay, so the quantity, thus quantity is the measurable with definiteness. Quantitative is a concern with quantity. It can be explained as the numerical expression of information or fact against qualitative expression, which is a non-numerical statement of a fact. Thus, quantitative techniques involved introduction of the element of quantities such as numbers, symbols, and other mathematical expressions. This is about the quantity. Then qualitative statement example. We'll see the qualitative statement. So qualitative, see I'm using the word quality. Quantitative completed. Quality is here. You must show good progress in sales in the next quarter. For example, quality statement is example is here. For your employees, you will be assigning one work. Okay, that you must show good progress in sales in the next quarter. Why? Because your target, the company target is you are not reached that company target. So to reach that target, simply we are insisting the sales manager. Your progress is day by day decreasing, so you need to increase your sales in the next quarter. Immediately, if the quality of product is there, automatically the customer will come forward, okay, to buy your product. The next over here, marketing manager is expecting big amount for advertising the advertising the product. So before you are launching the product in the market, you need to create one small awareness about your product, what actually your product desire, what qualities are there for your product. With the help of your product, if a customer purchase your product, what he is expecting from your product, that point you have to catch. And next example is here, qualitative expressions. You must improve sales by 15% next quarter. Marketing manager is expecting 50,000 for advertising the product. So to create an awareness about your product, a marketing manager also, he should invest 50,000 rupees or some amount of money also for creating awareness about your product. The next one, by observing both the above example, it shows that qualitative expression lacks measuring units in numerical form. Quantitative expression requires units of measurement in numbers. See, for quality expression lacks measuring units. See, to measure quality, there is no parameter. To measure quality in quantitative expression, you have a you need to require units of measurement in numbers, which can also be called as data. Okay, quantity కోసం మనం data pick up చేసుకుంటాం. The data will be helping us for your calculation purpose. So different definitions are given by the different authors here regarding quantitative techniques. So the first definition is here: quantitative techniques may be defined as those techniques which provide the decision maker with a systematic and powerful means of analysis and help based on quantitative in exploring policies for achieving predetermined goals. C.R. Kotari says. Then second one, quantitative techniques are the devices developed on the basis of mathematical and statistical principles and formula. See here, mathematical as well as statistical and principles also there in quantitative techniques. With the help of these principles, formulas, and mathematical expressions, you are going to see the result. So, for example, the problem is done based on that problem. You are going to write the comment or conclusion. Okay, that is the theoretical act part. Okay, based on that theoretical part, you are going to take the decision. Okay, to write that conclusion in theory, you are going to use, or you are going to take the help of statistical principles and formula as well as mathematical principles also. Then third one, so the third definition, quantitative techniques refer to a group of data based, okay, based on tools designed with mathematical and statistical models. Then next over here, the fourth concept, quantitative techniques are the methods that provide systematic base in the form of numbers, mathematical formula, symbols for analytical study of the problem under consideration and for achieving predetermined goals. The goals are fixed in advance. To achieve that goals, we require some analytical study also. Then the last concept, that is quantitative techniques are numerical descriptions of quantitative process and analysis extensively applied in the study of problems and process of decision making. So these are the five concepts are developed by C.R. Kotari. So here quantitative techniques, see it is classified. So we'll see the classification also. So before the classification, just listen the small definition. That is, quantitative techniques may be defined as those techniques which provide the decision maker a systematic and powerful means of analysis based on quantitative data. See, quantitative data is available. For that quantitative data, a system, this decision maker is applying systematic and powerful means of analysis. Systematic means, what is systematic? Anybody? Systematic process or a systematic meaning? Systematic means what? Anybody?
In a defined way.
Correct process.
Correct process. Systematic means step by step. A decision maker, he will apply, he will follow the method, and it is a powerful means of analysis based on quantitative data.
Huh?
Okay, so then here it is a scientific method employed for problem solving and decision making by the management. Scientific method is nothing but here we are going to apply some scientific process for solving the problem and decision making by the management. With the help of quantitative techniques, the decision maker is able to explore policies for attaining the predetermined objectives. In short, quantitative techniques are inevitable in decision making process. So this is a small definition. The next one, the types of quantitative techniques. There are different types of quantitative techniques, but we consider only three types of three categories. The first category is here mathematical quantitative techniques, statistical quantitative techniques, programming or operation research quantitative techniques here. Okay, these are the three classifications. So in mathematical quantitative techniques, here we are going to see different techniques: permutations and combination, set theory, matrix algebra, determinants, differentiations, integration, differential equations. Okay, so seven different steps are there in mathematical quantitative techniques. Okay, once again I will read, just listen. Permutations and combinations, set theory, matrix algebra, determinants, differentiations, integrations, differential equations. Then in statistical quantitative techniques here, so in this one, the techniques in which the principles, procedures, and formula of statistics are used are classified under the statistical quantitative techniques. The techniques are built on statistics, which is a science of quantitative data. So here the concept of statistics here, in concept of statistics here, generally we give importance for data. Based on the data, the remaining part will be done in descriptive, statistical, and the procedures here. So first, from the above statement, it can be concluded that statistics is a systematic collection, analysis, and interpretation of quantitative data. Thus, the statistical quantitative techniques consist of following points. So you listen the points carefully. This is important. మనకి ఇదే important చాలా. First one is here collection of data. Okay, collection of data will be done in two ways. Either you will collect the data primary or secondary. One of the most important statistical method is collection of data. The different methods for collecting, that is primary and secondary data. The next one, measures of central tendency, dispersions, skewness, and kurtosis. This is the second one. The third one, correlation and regression analysis. Correlation and regression analysis. This is the third one. The next one is fourth one is index numbers. Index numbers. Then number 5, time series analysis. Number 6, interpolation and extrapolation. Okay. Then number 7, statistical quality control. Number 8, ratio analysis. Number 9, probability theory. Number 10, testing of hypothesis. Okay, testing of hypothesis. So in a programming, the next one, last one is the in the classification number 3, the type number 3, that is programming techniques, are also called operations research techniques. So programming techniques are model building techniques used by decision maker in modern times. Okay, so here in programming techniques here, these different phases are there in operation research. Generally, operation research concept is one of the important one. మనకి ఇంత డీప్ గా రాదు కానీ చెప్పడం నా బాధ్యత కాబట్టి చెప్తున్నాను. ఇన్ ఆపరేషన్ రీసెర్చ్ టెక్నిక్స్ హియర్, formulate the problem in quantitative terms, construct a mathematical model, obtain solution from the model, test the validity of the model and the solution, implement the solution. So from the following important techniques of operation research used in business and administration, they are linear programming, queuing theory, game theory, decision theory, inventory theory, network programming, simulation, replacement theory, non-linear programming, sequencing, quadratic programming, branch and bound technique. Okay, so the functions of quantitative techniques, the following are the important functions of quantitative techniques. The first, number 1, they see how many functions are there. Generally 7 functions are there. To facilitate the decision making process, number 1, to provide the tools for scientific research, number 2, number 3, to help in choosing an optimal strategy, number 4, to enable in proper deployment of resources, number 5, to help in minimizing cost, number 6, to help in minimizing the total processing time required for performing a set of jobs, helping in capital resource allocation. Okay, so quantitative techniques and decision making, the next one. So generally, what are the quantitative techniques of decision making? Generally here, there are 6 important quantitative techniques of decision making are there. That is linear programming. In linear programming, generally, we will use graphical method. Okay, see, based on the graphs, what will be understanding for an individual. See, graphs are invented for the sake of illiterate people. See, generally the literate people, they know by observing the numbers, they will go for taking a good decision. But for illiterate people, by observing the graph, they will see the trends, uptrends and downtrends, and they will understand the situation. Okay, so here linear programming. The next one is probability decision theory. Okay. The next one is a probability decision theory. In probability decision theory, the probability part already we discussed in the uh, syllabus. The next one is game theory, queuing theory, stimulation, network techniques. So all these techniques are decision making techniques. Okay, if you solve all the problems, way from the problems, you are going to solve the some theoretical decision. So the next one is a role of quantitative techniques in business and industry. Wait a minute. So role of quantitative techniques in business and industry. See, basically in business as well as in industry, how the role of quantitative techniques will be played. So that is the trade and industry in today's economy are under the great pressure of threat of competition. Here, see, generally before this LPG, a human being will be involving in all the activities. They will be suffer with some tensions, competitions, disturbances, policy restrictions. Okay, after liberalization, globalization brought all the drastic changes in the economic system and also in business. Big corporates, entities like MNCs, big companies entered into those areas which were once reserved for regional trade, small and tiny sector, as well as public sector. For example, health, education, telecommunications, agriculture, food processing, handicrafts and handlooms, etc. Seller markets. Okay, seller markets turn to buyer markets. All these changes created severe competition and uncertainty in the economy. Business organization and management became a complex and complicated activity. A simple mistake and a minor negligence may result in a heavy loss. Such conditions provoked administrators, policymakers, and business executives to search for techniques which can be enhanced quality standards in the work and excellence in general performance. Okay, so here the role of quantitative techniques can be studied under two broad categories, that is business management and industry. In category one, business management, planning, decision making, then control, then integrated development, human resource management, that is financial management. Okay, then category two, quantitative techniques in industry, that is application of quantitative techniques in industry, production, procurement, marketing, channels of distribution, human resource management, finance, then research and development. Then limitations of the techniques. Even though we have some more advantages, we have some limitations also. So you see the limitations. There are therefore the subject quantitative techniques possess the inherent weakness and limitations of these science. Some of the prominent limitations are there. That is, the first one is quantitative techniques involved mathematical models, equations, and other mathematical expressions. Then next one is quantitative techniques are based on a number of assumptions. Yes, assumption is a plays a vital role in quantitative techniques. Then second one is here quantitative techniques are very expensive. See, very expensive the quantitative techniques. Then number four, quantitative techniques do not take into consideration intangible facts like skill, attitude. Intangible facts they will never consider like skill and attitude. Then number five, quantitative techniques are only tools for analysis and decision making. They are not a decision itself. Okay, the next one is complicated process, not accurate. Okay, and so here till here we have seen unit number one, Till here, anybody, any doubt? We have seen only the introductory part as well as the total unit number 1. ఇక్కడ వరకు ఏమైనా డౌట్ ఉంటే అడగండి. Anybody any doubt in unit number 1? Unit number 1 we completed. So now I am entering into unit number 2. That is, shall I go for unit number 2?
సార్ స్క్రీన్ ప్రజెంట్ చేయరా సార్? స్క్రీన్ ప్రజెంట్ చేస్తే బాగుంటది.
నో నో అయితే నేను స్క్రీన్ ప్రజెంట్ చేస్తా, ఇబ్బంది ఏం లేదు. కానీ ఇది జూమ్ అనేది కొంచెం కనెక్ట్ అవుతలేదు, అదే ట్రై చేస్తున్నా. మీరు ఒక 5 minutes టైం ఇస్తారా? మరి నేను స్క్రీన్ కొంచెం షేర్ చేస్తా, ట్రై చేస్తా. చేశాను, కొంచెం ప్రాబ్లం ఉంది ఏదో ఇది.
ఓకే సార్.
ఒక్క నిమిషం ఆగండి, ట్రై చేస్తా. వన్ మినిట్ ఆగండి, మీరు స్క్రీన్ షేర్ చేస్తా. నెక్స్ట్ క్లాస్ మీ స్క్రీన్ కంపల్సరీ షేర్ చేస్తా, డోంట్ వరీ.
సరే సార్.
అయితే సడన్ గా పవర్ కట్ అయ్యేసరికి కొంచెం నాకు ఇబ్బంది అయింది ఇక్కడ, మళ్ళీ అది కనెక్ట్ అవుతలేదు. కొంచెం ప్రాబ్లం ఇస్తుందబ్బా ఇది. మీరు ఇప్పుడు నాకు ఎవరో పంపించారు హాయ్ సార్ అని. నేను మీకు పంపిస్తా ఈ నోట్స్. మీరు వెంటనే గ్రూప్లో షేర్ చేసుకోండి. డోంట్ వరీ.
Sir, what's the number?
Okay, sir.
Sir, your number
880
880
Already
11
given.
1151 929. ఆల్రెడీ మీకు ఇచ్చాను.
1151.
మీరు ఎక్కువ నెంబర్ నాకు హాయ్ అని పంపిస్తే మీకు నేను ఎండ్ ఆఫ్ ద క్లాస్లో మొత్తం పీడిఎఫ్ నోట్స్ పంపిస్తా. డోంట్ వరీ.
Okay, sir.
ఓకే. సో ఇప్పటివరకైతే వినండి. జస్ట్ వీ హ్యావ్ ఓన్లీ 15 minutes టైం.
సార్ గ్రూప్ లో యాడ్ చేశారు మిమ్మల్ని. గ్రూప్ లో షేర్ చేశాను సార్.
సరే సార్. ఓకే ఓకే రైట్ రైట్. యాడ్ చేసినట్టున్నారు. చేశారు. నేను షేర్ చేస్తాను మీకు. డోంట్ వరీ. ఓకే. సో చాప్టర్ 1 మనము ఏం చేసాం ఇవాళ? జస్ట్ వీ హ్యావ్ సీన్ అబౌట్ క్వాంటిటేటివ్ టెక్నిక్స్ ఇంట్రడక్షన్ పార్ట్. ఓకే. సో దాని యూనిట్ నెంబర్ 2 ఈజ్ హియర్, రీసెర్చ్. సో see basics of research, meaning of research, and definition of research, characteristics of research, objectives of research, criteria of good research, scope of research, functions or uses of research, difficulties and limitations of research, types of research, methods of research, research method versus methodology. So this topic we are going to see now. So basically, what is research? Anybody? Research means what? Research.
Searching again and again
Yes, yes.
for particular one.
Yenana?
Searching for again and again. Searching again and again.
Yes, yes. Searching for again and again for a particular activity or a particular objective. So research,
Yes.
search again. So generally, I will make sure in one word you will understand clearly. Research means unlimited. Research ante unlimited. Search means limited. For example, you started for searching a treasure, or you start for searching a good item in your house. Okay. So two candidates are generally, you watched any movie regarding treasure hunt? చూశారా? ట్రెజర్ హంట్ సినిమా ఏదైనా చూశారా మీరు? ట్రెజర్ హంట్, any old movies or new movies, or did you face any situation like this, treasure hunt or any activity? మీరు ఎప్పుడైనా ఫేస్ చేశారా?
లేదు సార్, మూవీ ఒకటి చూసాం సార్, గోపిచంద్ ఏదో ఒక మూవీ ఉందని చూసాం.
రైట్. ఎస్ గోపిచంద్ ఒక మూవీ ఉంది. ఇన్ దట్ మూవీ ద గోపిచంద్, he's number of times he's faced different problems, and in the end he achieved his objective. Okay. From that he closed his searching. In the same manner, if you go for searching for any activity, search is limited. Search energy limited. ఒకసారి ఒక వర్క్, ఒక యాక్టివిటీ మీకు అసైన్ చేసిన తర్వాత ఆ యాక్టివిటీ కంప్లీట్ అయితే మీరు అక్కడికి ఫుల్ స్టాప్ పెట్టేస్తారు. దట్ ఈస్ కాల్డ్ యాజ్ search. Okay, full stop you are keeping. See, I am using the word full stop. Full stop means there itself it is ended. But research is nothing but unlimited, never ending process. Already one work is completed. In that work you are going to find out a new thing. That is called as research. Okay, research. For example, ఒక ట్రెజర్ ఉంది. ట్రెజర్ ఎక్కడో ఆ ఫారెస్ట్ లో ఉందంటారు. ఆ ఫారెస్ట్ దగ్గర వెళ్ళాలంటే యు ఆర్ గోయింగ్ టు ఫేస్ డిఫరెంట్ ఏరియాస్, డిఫరెంట్ కాంప్లెక్స్ సిచ్యువేషన్స్. ఎట్ ద ఎండ్ యు ఆర్ గోయింగ్ టు ఫైండ్ అవుట్ ద ట్రెజర్. ఓకే. బట్ రీసెర్చ్ ఇస్ నథింగ్ బట్ గోయింగ్ ఆన్ ఫైండింగ్ the trend. After achieving your objective also, you are not satisfied with your activity. Once again you are busy with your one more activity, that is called as research. and the research is done in a systematic inquiry to describe, explain, predict, and control the observed phenomena. Research is done in a systematic inquiry to describe, explain, predict, and control the observed phenomena. Then here, to in research here, research is to purposely or methodically search for new knowledge. See, research is nothing but search for new knowledge and practical solutions in the form of answers to questions formulated. Okay, answers to the question which are formulated. And research is also defined as a systematic inquiry that investigates hypotheses, suggests new interpretations of data or texts, and poses new questions for future research to explore. ఓకే, ఫ్యూచర్లో కూడా మనకు ఎలాంటి సమస్యలు ఉన్నా ఆ సమస్యలను బయటపడడానికి రీసెర్చ్ అనేది యూజ్ అవుతుంది. దట్స్ వై most of the professors of the universities, most of the eminent personalities, they will use the word research only. They never use the word search. Search అనే పదం వాడరు. Already one thing is invited. From that, we need to invite a new thing that is called as research. For example, I want to give one question for you. See, how many car companies are there in India? Anybody? Car companies. Yes, car companies. How many car companies are there? చెప్పండి అన్న, కార్ కంపెనీస్ ఎన్ని ఉన్నాయి ఇండియాలో? కార్ కంపెనీస్ ఆర్ టూ వీలర్ కంపెనీస్. ఎస్,
Hero Honda, Activa, TVS.
ఎస్ హీరో, ఎస్ హీరో హోండా is there, Activa is there, Pulsar is there,
TVS,
Bajaj company is there, different
TVS,
companies are there. Okay, and car company names, car company,
Hyundai,
Hyundai,
Hyundai, Maruti Suzuki, Innova.
yes,
Maruti.
Innova. See, see, for a human being, generally we require only car. ఏ కంపెనీ కార్ అయితే ఏం సార్, ఏ కంపెనీ కార్ అయినా గవే 4 చక్రాలు, గవే అద్దము, గవే సైడ్ మిర్రర్స్ ఉంటాయి, గదే స్టీరింగ్ ఉంటుంది. ఈస్ దర్ ఎనీ అడిషనల్ ఫీచర్స్?
Technology,
ఎస్, టెక్నాలజీ ఆల్సో దేర్.
futures,
సో ఎస్,
Safe.
with air,
సేఫ్టీ
without
ఆల్సో
air.
ఇంపార్టెంట్. Safety also important. When safety is increases, then even the price of the car also increases. But our Indian people, what they were required? They required enjoyment. Then they don't bother about their safety. Okay, but when comparing with foreigners, in foreign companies, foreigners, what happens here? They will focus on all the companies. They will insist the companies focus on the safety of the passenger, focus on the safety of the car owner, and focus on the safety of the driver. So the price of the car is high. Okay, so here one car is there already. ఒక కంపెనీ కార్ ఉందండి, అదే కంపెనీ కార్ ఇండియా మొత్తం వాడొచ్చు కదా. ఓకే, ఆల్రెడీ సెర్చ్ ఇస్ డన్. See, for a car 4 wheels are required. It is search is done. Sometimes some companies are coming with 6 wheels also. But a research is conducted on this car and new company, like you students, like me, a teacher, they got a good concept that solar cars they want to invent. Why? Because what is the, see, during this summer, what is the highest temperature in Telangana and AP? You can observe. Till last week back also, it is 45 degrees. Yes or no? Why?
Yes,
Because
sir.
most of us we are using petrol and diesel vehicles also. With this year, day by day, carbon dioxide is increasing, the ozone layer getting holes, and direct sun rays, sunlights are falling on the earth. It gets huge humidity, and most of us we are suffering in the during a summer season. To avoid these type of situations, what we required? We required some pollutionless cars. Okay, that with that concept, Now in the market we are observing the electric vehicles. Okay, again to produce electricity we are using different ways, different methods. Okay, so to overcome this type here, some of the car companies are coming with new idea, that is solar technologies. Okay, without power, okay, to get that power they are using solar panels on the roof of the car. This is one of the new innovative thought. Okay, so here already these people they done a research and they came with Maruti Suzuki company, Tata company, Hyundai company, Innova, Fortuner. These varieties of cars are coming. Why? Because in their laboratories already one activity is found. So in that activity again they are conducting number of times research. That's all. There is no research is not an never ending process. They are busy in search of new knowledge. They are busy in search of new knowledge only. But that best example is here COVID-19. Okay, in the year 2019, a complete world, most of the people they suffered from COVID-19 and they passed away. They sacrificed their life. Yes or no? They sacrificed their life. Then finally, then finally, our Indian, that is in Hyderabad, Bharat Biotech, that company came with a new item, that is Covaxin and Covishield. Yes or no? Most of the times, some lakhs of the time, the research is conducted. They have taken to invent that anti-drug. They have taken more than 1.5 year. So complete lockdown is there for 1 year also during that time. Yes or no? The first wave, how many Indians, how many foreigners they sacrificed there, how many human beings are died. And in Hyderabad Zoo Park also, one of the lion also suffered from this COVID-19. Yes or no? Avuna kada? All these different situations are the faced by the human beings and they come up with a new item, new antidote. How it is possible means here? Most of the time the research is conducted. And the best example is, Thomas Alva Edison. Yes or no? Anybody? Thomas Alva Edison తెలుసా మీకు? చెప్పండి అన్న.
బల్బన్ కనిపెట్టింది ఆయన.
బల్బు కనిపెట్టిండు సార్. మరి ఆ బల్బు కనిపెట్టాడని ఒకటేసారి అయిపోయిందా సార్? సి ఆ బల్బు కనిపెట్టడానికి థామస్ అల్వా ఎడిసన్ హౌ మెనీ టైమ్స్ హీ డన్ ఎక్స్పెరిమెంట్ 10,000 టైమ్స్. 10,000 సార్లు చేశాడట. హీ డన్ 10,000 attempts. 10,000 attempts, nothing but 10,000 times he done a research on that bulb. Now he every day on each and every bulb he is getting 1 rupee or 2 rupees in the form of royalty. The government is paying to his family members. Okay, the government is paying to his family members. That we call it as the patent or royalty income. So every Indian or every foreigner, wherever the human beings are there, they are purchasing the bulbs, tube lights. Okay, he done 10,000 attempts. He done research. Okay, systematic investigation into and the study of material and source in order to establish facts, reach new conclusions. Finally, he came up with new bulb. In the same manner, in all the laboratories, the research is going on. Okay, in all laboratories, the research is going on. And some agencies also, they go for doing some research. These research findings, research conclusions will be submitted to the government. Finally, the government will look into the matter very seriously. For a common man, what is required according to their need, the government will come with new ideas. Okay, so in Telangana, is there any AP students are there in the group, in the class? Yes, AP students are there now. Nobody is there. Okay, I will give one Telangana in the state of Telangana one small example. See, Dalita Bandhu scheme is there in Huzurabad. It's a pilot project. It's conducted by the previous government, and they succeeded at that place only. But during the implementation of the whole state into in all the districts, they failed. So here to conduct that one, some research also taken place. No, not knowingly to us, but the research was conducted by the government, and then finally what they required, okay, that was came in force. Regarding that one, the next one is Kalyan Lakshmi's program is there, Shadi Mubarak is there. Okay, these are the different varieties of programs. And for a farmer, see, investment is one of the basic problem for a farmer. To overcome this type of problem, see, Raitu Bandhu scheme is came in force. Yes or no? Raitu Bandhu scheme is came in force. So most of the previous studies, see, every day columnist in the paper will see the columnist different problems faced by the common man. Okay, so research is a voyage of discovery of knowledge. Voyage means what? It's a ship. It is traveling from one place to another in searching for new knowledge. It comprises the it comprises the creation of ideas and the generation of new knowledge that leads to new and improved insights and the development of new materials, devices, products, and process. It should have the potential to produce results that are sufficiently relevant to increase and systemize existing knowledge or correcting and integrating the previous knowledge. See, already, see, there is a they they are trying to link the previous knowledge only. They are not delinking the previous knowledge. Okay, so the word research perhaps originate from the old French word that is researcher. That means search again and again. Search again. Okay, search again. Then, in practice, the term research refers to a scientific process of generating an unexplored horizon of knowledge, aiming at discovering or establishing facts, solving a problem, and reaching a decision. See, once again, I'm reading this one, the last para. In practice, the term research refers to a scientific process of generating an explored horizon of knowledge, aiming at discovering or establishing facts, solving a problem, and reaching a decision. Keeping the above facts in view, we arrive the following different definitions here. So we'll see the different definitions in the next tomorrow class. Okay, tomorrow I will
Your mic is
Sir,
unmuted.
you are not audible,
Mute.
sir.
okay. So you see once the last para. So time is up here. So tomorrow we'll meet tomorrow. Okay.
Okay,
Okay,
sir.
sir. Thank you,
Okay,
sir.
sir. Thank you.
Right, sir. Thank you. Tomorrow I will share the screen definitely. Thank
Okay,
you.
sir.
Thank you.
Okay, sir.